Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing a deck profile on my updated Murakumo Legion deck. So what I did was, after playing testing the deck, I didn't really like the way it worked. So I went back and forth between using the Break Ride and using Kasumi Rogue, the card from Fighter's Collection. I didn't really like either of those. So Murakumo is a weird deck in that it tries to get multiple attacks in, but most of the time their Vanguard effect is usually some kind of defensive style Vanguard, like Kasumi Rogue, where it helps you conserve your hand by using cards from the deck, superior calling from the deck, for either offense or defensive purposes. I didn't really like how a lot of their defensive type of cards, like Shirayuki or Kasumi Rogue, played. So I want the deck to play more aggressively because I feel that's where it excels. It's more of a rush deck like Aquaforce and Nova Grappler. So I went back and I changed it by looking at what I had available. And one of the best cards that I feel like they had was Yakivo Reverse. So this is similar to what I did with my Pale Moon Legion deck. I went and teched in the reverse unit in this one, and I'm quite pleased with the results. It seems like it's a lot scarier for the opponent now. So still running 4 Seimei, so he's the Legion for them. He's a pretty decent Legion, but he's kind of like the Great Nature one, where you kind of have to hope to have multiple copies. Now, it's not that hard to do with Murakumo, but still, like, you have to do the whole little cloning jutsu thing that they do. And then the backup is Yakivo Reverse, which is just really good late game to hit massive numbers with the Metafox. So if you saw my Yakivo deck profile way back when Brilliant Strike came out last summer, I showed that combo with the Break Ride where he attacked. Basically, the Vanguard column swings for 41, and the 2 Rearguard columns are swinging for 31. So the only difference now, without the Break Ride, the Vanguard column swings for 31. So that's the grade 3 lineup. So Legion and Reverse, it's a surprisingly good mix when you don't have anything else available. Next, 4 of the Legion mate, Kuzunoa, because she's just still a very good card. Obviously, we're going to have to run her if we're running the Legion. And one thing I did change, originally I was running 3 of this guy. I bumped him up to 4 because the deck is so counterblast heavy that I just want this card to be on the field most of the game. So I just bumped this up to 4. And there's no way to really clone him. Like, he has no inherent clone ability, so you want to run 4 copies. And the other one is 3 Grenjin, so he has the inherent ability to clone himself. So that's the other reason why I only really need 3 of him. So basically I swapped 1 of him for 1 of him. That's the grade 2 lineup. Grade 3, it's up to you, but I'm running 3 Perfect Guard and 1 Quintet Wall. I think Quintet Wall is just really good when you want to early game 1 card block and go Legion immediately. If you don't want to run her, you don't have to. You can run the 4 Perfect Guards. Either build works fine. This is a 12 crit deck, by the way. So your Perfect Guard, your Quintet Wall is just gonna be fine. It's gonna guarantee a block with that many 10k shields in the deck. So next, 4 Bangasa Stealth Rogue Suke Rock. He's one of their unique cards that they got in set 14 with Yakivo Reverse, where he allows himself Soul Blast 1 and move. Nice thing about him, again, Soul Blast set up for Legion. And then 2 Stealth Beast Metamorphox. When it's placed on R, if you have a Murakumo Vanguard, choose one of your locked units and unlock it. So this is one of the promos they got in set 14 for the anti-Link Joker campaign that they were doing. This is one of the better ones. Only 2 because I only have 2, but really you only need 2 because Yakivo Reverse is only it's like your secondary play, whereas this guy's your primary. So most of the time you're just going to draw into one of these and you're just going to hold on to it until you're ready to do your end game push with Yakivo. So Yeah, you only need one in your hand to do that play. So we run 2, and he's also 6k boost. Next, 2, Stealth Fiend Oboro Cart. I dropped him down to 2 at the suggestion of some of the people who commented on my previous video saying there was 4 was too many, and I kind of agree. You don't really need him too much. Now, yes, he helps you rush early game, but he uses up the Counter Blast. But late game, he's actually quite a bit better because he helps you clone more effective units because your field setup is better later in the game. And then I did tech in 2 Stealth Beast Deathly Dagger. This is their 9k booster when you have a clone of something on the field, so it's just really good. It's a lot better than the AK Vanilla. The AK Vanilla is not bad though, but it's kind of not necessary as well. So 2 of this. It's really good with the Legion. It's unnecessary for Yakivo when you're doing his effect, but it's still good at being a very good booster. And then grade 0 is very simple. It never changes. For me, Murakumo is always 12 critical. In fact, they could even run 16 critical because they have 16 criticals available. But I still, 12 critical and 4 stand is actually better than 16 critical in here. For pretty obvious reasons. And then the starter is still probably the only decent starter that they have, which is the grade 3 searcher. I hate grade 3 searchers, as I've said in the past, but the thing is they don't really have anything better. And also he's just like an insurance policy to help you either search into a multiple copy of Yakivo, because like I said, you don't have the break right anymore to rely on. So if you really want his play to go off, you're going to want to ride him when you have 2 copies in the hand. So you're going to ride him, call the other one from the, or call the one from the deck, and then you call down your 3rd one. And then you start doing the, the shenanigans. So let's just go over combos real quick. So Legion combo, typically the one you're going to do first. So you're going to do this. Get the Legion out. Let's say your booster is usually going to either be this or one of these. Now, if it's... Okay, here's another cool thing about them that I like. Nice about him, he can move himself around. So if you want to set up... If you want to put this behind something else, like the Vanguard, for instance, you can move him. So this is in the Soul. So Soul Blast, move him over, so that way you don't have to retire him. Call this down. Call this down. Oh, and also, if this unit is Legion, you can clone something. Clone this. Okay, so do that. So your setup will be something like that. I mean, that's a typical setup. Or, if you want, you can clone another one of the grade 2. It just depends on what you have in the hand. I like to always have hit confirm, so I would prefer to call this guy out. If this is one addition of how I would set up their field. Another one would be if you already have him in the hand, then the same thing. You would call him here, and then you would use the Legion skill to get this one out. And then this one has an effect when it's placed on R. You can choose this or this. I'd probably choose that. Call that out from the deck. So now this is a 9k booster. This is a 9k booster. So this is hitting for 20. This is swinging for 20. And then this is your typical 16 lane, and then this is your this is 23 plus 9, so that's your 32. So I would probably do 32 first because it's a 12 crit deck. So whatever they do, doesn't really matter. Critical trigger, second check, typically it's going to look something like that with a 12 crit deck. But yeah, that's the Legion setup. And then at the end of the turn, whichever one you call from the deck goes to the bottom of the deck. So whether it's this one or this one, actually, it doesn't really matter. So that's one setup. The other one, if you watch my previous video, you already know how that one works. It's a little different. without the break right now. So the alternate build is your opponent has like 4 cards in hand or whatever. So you ride over, you get Yakivo's effect to get a copy of himself. Where are they? So that comes out from the deck. Call this down from the hand. Let's say this is here. It doesn't matter whatever. You have this basically to do Yakivo, and the reason why Yakivo is late game is because you need to have a few conditions for this. You have to have a hand that has these 3 cards. That's the other reason why I run the Quintet Wall, because the Quintet Wall helps you conserve your grade 3s without having to discard them all the time for the Perfect Guard. So the Quintet Wall helps in that regard. It helps you set this up. Now the Quintet Wall can also screw you over because it could throw a Yakivo on the Vanguard circle or the Guardian circle, then it drops down into the drop zone. But you know, you're running Legion, so if you have to, you can throw them back, and also running 4 copies, so it doesn't really hurt that much. So, but for the conditions to be fulfilled to do this combo, you must have a setup like this. So your field will normally be with the Legion. So it'll be like this. Just something like this, right? Like this guy may be over here or whatever. So you call, you ride him, you superior call. Okay, hold on. This is the hand. So you have this. Let's say you have some random, like this is your hand. Okay, this is the hand. You use your Quintet Wall already, so that's why you have this. So, or you may have a Perfect Guard in hand. Let's say we have a Perfect Guard in hand. So, ride over your Legion. Activate his effect, Counterblast 2. So you Counterblast 2, Superior Call, call this one down, activate his effect. Nice thing about his effect is once you have the 3, he does not have to Counterblast for the effect. The effect is Lock 2. Whole front row gains 10k, 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 10k. Call down Metamorphox. His effect, unlock something, unlock this. Activate the effect again. 10, 10, 10. So this is now 31, 31, 31. And this is late game. So blocking 3 31Ks in late game is not an easy thing to do. So yeah, 31 swings first. They're going to have to block it. They're going to do some crazy stuff. Then you check critical trigger, all effects to rear guard. Second check, nothing. This is 36 with critical. Now, your attack order is going to depend on, are they at 4 or 5 damage, right? So, because they may, if they're at 4, you swing with this next. If they're at 5, swing with this and hope they don't get a heal. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter, whatever. So just, they're going to have to block 36 with a critical and then 31 without a critical. So that's the Yakivo combo with Metamorphox. It works pretty good. Metamorphox is also a pretty good tech card against Link Joker in general. So if you're up against a Link Joker player, you probably still won't use it against them because you need it for Yakivo. But, you know, otherwise, Yakivo, like, okay, if you don't have him, here, I'll give you another scenario. So without him, then the only difference is that they'll be 21-21 with a booster behind something. So I would just do this. I would call something down, lock these 2, either that, or if you want, you can lock these 2, and then if you want, you're going to swing at 21. What are they going to do? You get a critical, all effects, critical, all effects. So, you know, still pretty good. Anyway, guys, that's my Murakumo deck. Legion with Yakivo, in my opinion, is the way to play right now for Murakumo, as far as the most competitive you can do. But let me know in the comments what you think. I just think the Yakivo combo with Metamorphox is just too good to not run, even with Legion. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.